Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Tony and Q here today with another episode of Good Topics.
Gonna try to at least.
Episode 7. Episode 7.
That's right.
So how you doing today, my brother?
Doing all right. Hurting a little bit, but hey, it's about work, you know.
You hurt?
Got to get it right. No, I've been recovered. It's just getting used to getting back into the working thing again, and so yeah, a little sore, a little hurting, but I think we're gonna be all right.
The body is shocked.
A little bit.
You had what, 3 years off?
Says that you still have an echo, brother.
Oh my God. How you doing today, my? Yep, I heard it.
I heard it too. Yeah. Oh,
Mike.
he's fixing that. I'm going to tell you that I'm doing all right. You know, God's great. God is awesome. Soon I'll be getting to more of my doctrine when it comes to the Bible. And it's going to shock a lot of people, I'm sure. But it is what it is, and it says what it says, and the truth is the truth. Like it or not, you know. But, you know, it's going to be always up to you. I can't make you believe something. Tony can't make you believe something, you know. But we're gonna try to do our very best to at least. Our intent is to try to make your life a wonderful life, make you think things that you never thought of before, get you out of that mist that the life seems to put you in sometimes, and get some clarity. That's all. And of course,
a better life.
Yeah, and everything is about God. Everything is about our Lord and Savior Yeshua, Jesus, the man, the everything that came down. Died on that cross for us.
He did.
Man, I'll tell you, what happened to you when you saw the Passion of the Christ?
I cried.
Man, I remember.
I cried.
Tell me about it.
So,
The life
just going through things.
Get some clarity. That's all. And of
A
course,
better
man,
life.
Yeah.
No, I don't like the echo.
No, you're good. That was me.
Oh, okay.
I turned on the YouTube thing just to hear. You're good.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
No, that was mine. That was me.
Fair enough. Just how he went through trial and turmoil with people when all you're trying to be is a genuine person. Giving back to the community, giving back to your people, make sure your people is trying to do the right thing, but people didn't like it. People don't want it. So just understanding me, how I'm such a genuine person, and I try to give the best to everyone. It's bad.
Your echo's still there, brother.
I still hear.
But you know what happened to me, and with me and I took everybody, my family, and of course during the movie, I was just crying my eyes out. Because I'd never seen something like that before in my life. All right?
Okay.
Ever. Like, I kind of imagined it in my head, like, what he went through.
Right.
But this showed you. And that's why I appreciate Mel Gibson in this one, because he made it, like, crazy real. Crazy real.
True.
And I just couldn't believe the amount of pain that he went through. And so I remember driving back home. I had to stop 5 times. Now, we live maybe 2-3 minutes away from the theater.
Okay.
But I had to stop 5 times because I was crying so much I couldn't see the road. But it really popped in my head, all the things that, what God has done for me. Not just that. I mean, that's enough. But my God, he's done so much for us, trying to get us to get on his side.
True.
So anyways, that's, something I was thinking of. So, Tony, what do you got for us today?
Speak life, not doubt. Basically, the concept of passion in Christ. No matter what you go through in life, people are going to always have something negative to say and positive. So the main goal is to have people just speak positive in you. Even if they don't speak positively in you, speak it into yourself. Get in the mirror daily, working out daily, whatever that may be, walking, running, it don't matter. Just having a good positive vibe about yourself. Because if you're having that positive vibe, it gives you positive feedback to yourself. So that's what it's about, man. Just being positive.
So how does one be positive about themselves?
It starts with being honest with yourself, truthful with yourself. You know you don't like to drive a Ferrari, so why drive a Ferrari? Are you driving it for attention?
I would.
Are you driving it for
I'd be peacocking with that thing, man.
Are you driving it for yourself? You know, just show where you are in life. Peace. Because life is all about peace. I was watching this episode last night on The Pivot, and they had Jeezy. You know who Jeezy is, right?
I think so.
Thug Motivation 101, Trap or Die, artist, rap artist. And he was saying how he was going through almost 15 years of depression because he was trying to be 1 foot in, 1 foot out in this game. See, he had to realize that by him not doing the things that he used to do, it gave a negative impact on his life. And it really hit home to me. Because me, for instance, growing up, you know, I have seen a lot. And I was that person 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And until you get to a point in your life where you have to truly make that decision of being on the right side of the goalpost. So, positive feedback, positive energy is what it's all about.
Right. It's kind of like when I was going through, when I was recovering, and there were times that I would feel like, you know, am I ever going to get over this mountain? Like when it first started, you know, because I remember I got septicemia, and I was that close to dying, having bacteria in your blood, bad. So I had to get a transfusion, and you know they gave me antibiotics forever. I was in the hospital for about 3 weeks that time, and then after that, it just, you know, I just felt like I had to climb mountain after mountain. I was getting, you know, really depressed, but God always kind of popped in my head and goes, you know, this is going to be over. It will be over one day. You are going to get over that mountain one day. So I just kept on trying to give myself that positive feedback. And then, of course, I had my daughter. Mm-hmm. You know, she was just the best. Anna, she was there for me the whole time. And just, I'll never forget it. I was in Fullerton in my little apartment down there. And she's looking around. She goes, Dad, you're coming with me. That's it. You're going to come live with me. I don't care what you're going to do. You're coming to live with me. I'm like, okay.
Right.
And because she just saw my condition was just really bad.
Right.
But getting from that to here, and now here going to the next level, getting back to normal, it's like you are going to be your best cheerleader, but then it's great to have people around you that help cheerlead for you too.
100%.
You know, so when you choose your friends and you choose your family, because you do choose your family, you'll be able to, you know, you'd be able to make it.
True.
Right?
True. That's how it was with me. I'm sorry.
Say what?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
And once you get past that, once you're able to have the support system around you, your family, you got to first get your family.
Yes.
You know, and I know family can be rough. I know they can be difficult. But you know what? Um, somewhere in the depth of their soul, they want good for you.
Of course.
You know, they want to be there to help. And I know that sometimes family can just be, but try to get the positive parts out of them. You know,
That's it.
and then the negative, you're gonna get it. But that's now it's up to you to try to separate that positive, that negative, and
Lean to the positive side.
right.
Because 2020, I retired from the military. But
Congratulations.
prior,
Thank you for your service, sir.
thank you.
Way to
20
go,
years
shipmate.
strong. Oh. No, but 2020, I retired from the military. But prior to me retiring, I got this job offer to be an executive protective agent in Washington. And this job offered 3 times the salary that I was getting in the military. So I took the job, and it was beautiful. Q, when I say it was beautiful, it was beautiful. You know the story. But I'm giving it to the people. And I was able to do things that I wasn't able to do while being in the military. I'm not saying that the military wasn't supplying my needs, but when I took that job, it supplied much more than what the military was giving me. So one day I got a phone call, and they said, sir, your service is no longer required here. And I was just like, whoa. Give you an estimate. I was making around, I was in a 6-figure department, right? Well over 6. And when they fired me, it went from 6 figures down to 1, comma, thousand. And I was just like, ugh, you talking about a gut punch? I was sick to my soul. As soon as I stepped out the office, I cried. And then I had to pick up the phone and call my wife. We had 2 kids. We have 3, but we had 2 because one was in the military. And I had to tell her that, babe, I don't have nothing no more. And at that moment, I felt like my life was over. How am I going to be able to make sure that my family is okay? I had so much doubt. I had so much negativity. I had so many thoughts running through my head. I was like, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. So what I did, I packed my bags up and I moved. And I moved in with my mother-in-law. And I told her that I ain't shit. I ain't going to be shit. I ain't going to amount to shit. And she looked at me and she said, Tony, you got to stop talking like that. You got to stop thinking like that. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, why? Here it is, I'm only getting $4,000 a month. There's no way possible I'm going to be able to pay a rent, pay mortgage, car insurance, car notes, and things of that nature. There's no way possible. And she just said, son, the Lord got your back. And at that moment, I was disgusted at the Lord. Because not only that was going on, my father was sick. He was going in and out of the hospital. My auntie was sick. She was diagnosed with cancer. My uncle got sick. He got diagnosed with cancer. So I'm just like, what can I do? There's nothing on this earth that can get me to see past what I'm seeing. Because all I see was negativity. And yes, my wife, she was patting me on the back and rubbing me and doing whatever a wife's supposed to do. And I'm just pushing her to the side. Not only am I pushing her to the side, I'm pushing my kids to the side. So I fell into this Great Depression. What a coincidence. Great Depression. I was sick. I was sick. And I wake up and I look in the mirror. Yes, I was getting haircuts. Yes, I was trying to keep myself well groomed and looking good and all that good stuff. But I couldn't see past the fact that I'm not going to get out of this. Call my mama, call my daddy, call my sisters, and all of them telling me it'll be okay. It'll be okay. And it wasn't until I looked in the mirror, reflected on my past, reflected on the things that I have learned, and said, you can get through this. So what I started doing? I started eating better. I started working out. I started reading books just to get my mental back together. So I can get to a place where I'm somewhat okay. And that's what happened. A couple of jobs came through, and they was only $14 an hour. I went from making $50 an hour to $14 an hour. I'm still sick, but now I'm starting to see the light. The light was dim, but it was a light. And then that $14 an hour went to $19 an hour. That $19 an hour went to $22 an hour. That $22 now is back up to almost 40-some dollars an hour. So I literally had to almost isolate myself just to get to a point where I was happy with myself. Yes, having a support system around me, pushing me, lifting me, get me to a place where I can see that I am of value and taking on the information that I was retaining. It was sickening. And then a year later, my father died. Wow. I'm looking for people. I'm reaching out for people. It wasn't there. So I felt, just like you said, when you see people, your family, just giving you positive information, lean into it. And I had deeply, deeply had to lean into that. So speak positivity into your life and not doubt. It's tough. It's very, very, very tough. But if you keep speaking it, eventually it's going to come to light. And it did.
There is where a lot of people say, speak it into existence.
That part.
I've done that many times and it works. It just works.
I wasn't at the time. I was telling myself I was a piece of shit. I was telling myself I wasn't this, I wasn't that. Until I got to that point where, no, I am who I am. I can get up, I can get out here. Matter of fact, when I was going through it, I called my pops. And I was like, Pops, how did you do it? Because he was on SSI. And then he started working for this company called Lucia Doe's. It's a food company. Shout out to Lucia Doe's out there in Moscow, Mississippi. I said, how did you do it? He said, son, I put my head down and I put my focus into my family. So that's what I did. He was making $7.25 an hour. So you're telling me I can't be happy with the 14? I can do it. We all can do it.
Oh, yeah. You just got to, like you said, be positive.
Yep.
And that takes a lot of mental power, is when you have negative stuff going on in your life and you just try to bring in some kind of positivity. Even just the fact that, all right, I'm alive.
That part.
That means I have breath so I can make stuff happen. And then for me, somehow commercials and things I was watching on TV would come up, and there's these people that have no arms or no legs or can't see, can't speak, can't do nothing, but they're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
They found a way. So I looked to them as inspiration and saw that, hey, you know what? I'm not going to let this get in my way to get to a better place.
I know this basketball player out here. I coached him, and the backstory is he should never ever walk again. He's now a freshman on a JV basketball team. He still got his disability and things like that. And I look at him. I say, "You're the reason why I inspire you to do what I do. You're the reason why I get up. You have to look outside yourself at times. You have to. It only makes it better."
Yeah, and and then when you add God into the mix, it only makes it better. It's kind of like sweetening it up a little bit. God does that. Because he definitely has your back.
100%.
And it may not be the way you think. Things may come up that you just never thought, well, how could I ever thought of that? Well, it's because God did. He found it out.
Know the plan before you do.
That's right. And, that's why that it's been proven to me over and over and over again how God just, sheds his light on people, especially on me. He just, made things work for me. Even in my hardest times, even when
in those dark days.
Yeah, in those dark days, just, turn on my back. Oh my God, you're not here for me, whatever. But
that's the self-doubt.
Yeah, he just tapped me on the shoulder. Hey, dude, I'm still here, man. Don't worry about it. And things happen.
Matter of fact, I just got a call yesterday. Got a pay rate.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, guys out there, speak life into yourself. Stop doubting yourself. You're stronger than what you think you are. You really are. You really are.
Way stronger.
It's tough. I know some things that I can't see that y'all see, but I promise you, give it a chance. And sky's the limit, man. Beyond the sky, really. For real.
I want to say hi to the 3 people that are watching.
Hey, that's 3 more than we had.
That's right. I'm just saying, hey, if you like it, subscribe, hit the little alert button on the top or that little bell. That way, make things happen. So are you good, or you want to move on to the next one, or you want to?
No, I just like I say, that was it. I just wanted to make sure people out here speaking life into themselves, man. Life is hard.
Yes, it is.
No, let me rephrase that. Life is what you make it.
There you go.
Life is not hard. Life is what you make it. So make it positive. You're going to have people speak negative on your name. Shake it off. Dust it off. Speak positive. Be genuine. Be kind. Be nice. Be respectful. And continue doing what you're doing, man. I'm proud of you.
Humble but confident. Humble but confident.
That part.
And love yourself, because you need to understand yourself and love yourself so you know how to love others.
That part.
It's important.
Because I didn't love myself at that time. All right, so we go get rid of the good mentalness right now, and we go talk about some whatever you got going on in your brain and yours, because I know you there.
All right, it's
people love you.
Yeah, there's a yeah, especially on TikTok, man. When you put those, I was answering everybody on the comments for that abortion thing.
I seen.
Yeah, I don't care anymore.
I like it, man.
Yeah,
you've been through a lot. You've seen a lot.
But anyway, on this one, it's called Force Doctrine, and it's now I've heard it before. This guy, this profound thinker. His name's Andrew Wilson. He's on podcast, and he has his own. It's called The Crucible. But I wanted to kind of talk about it because it really made sense to me on how God created this world and how He made it the way He did, and the balance that there should be, and then seeing how Satan is able to take that balance and unbalance it and screw us up.
Okay.
All right. Now, the force doctrine is nothing more than, all right, what do you think a right is, Tony? A right.
A right, in my perspective, my opinion, the right is I have the right to speak.
Oh, no, you know what? Are rights real? That's my actual question. Are rights real?
Yes, 100%.
You sure?
I think so.
It could change, though, right? Rights can change all the time?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
But what is it? Is it objective or subjective? Is it something that, is it real like a tree, or is it something that we made up?
It could be subjective at times.
All right. Because the rights for us here in the United States, that's how fragile it is. That's why Benjamin Franklin said, hey, we gave you a republic. Now it's up to you to keep it.
Okay.
Because amendments can change, rights can change, things can change. But how are they put into motion? It's by force. Everything is by force. Our First Amendment rights, force. Second Amendment rights, force. Everything's right. Everything is a force. That means there has to be a police, there has to be a military, a force. And in that force, who are the ones that provide that force? Men. If women want to try to enslave all of us, that's not going to happen. That just won't happen. But if we want to enslave all the women, that could happen. Do you see the dichotomy?
I'm following.
Yeah. Then I know it's hard to understand, or I like talking about stuff that's going to make you do some mental gymnastics.
100%.
Because I want all of you is to think in your head. I mean, because we've all been pretty much asleep and just driving that, letting the car pretty much ride us along this life, rather than taking control and really understanding God's word, understanding what God wants. There's a reason why He made us stronger. There's a reason why He made us the way we think. And when men and women work well together, nothing can stop them. So that force doctrine is the other side of what feminism would be. Like, feminism is satanic and bad, and it's not good. All right? It's not. There's nothing about it that's good, because all they want to do is make everything completely equal, and that's never going to happen. Because if you really want it completely equal, you guys need to be signed up for the draft too.
Mm-hmm.
And believe me, when you put that to women, well, men are stronger. Well, yeah, no shit. That's what that means. But we have an inner way of us, is that we want to take care of our women. We want to take care of those that aren't so strong. All right? Mm-hmm. And women don't, they just, they're out of their head, man. They're always, look, emotional. Emotion. It's all about emotions. Every time they try to give you an argument, believe me, you can always bring it down to emotion. It makes me feel bad. Really? I don't care. I mean, get out of your feelings and let's talk about the real problems. That's why more women are in therapy. That's why more women are in debt. More women have, they spend a lot more money. Men don't. We have more of a pragmatic view of life when women don't. And I just wish women. I have a good hope that women are starting to come around and start seeing things for what they are. And God made it that way. He made look, like it or not. I mean, you guys can get all mad about it, but He made you out of our rib,
Yes.
and He commanded you to do what? Because what was God trying to find for Adam? A helpmeet, somebody to help him.
Mm-hmm.
Going to all the animals, going to everything he could find, anything. And he finally said, screw it. And he made a woman to be our helpmeet, to help us so that we can together, one, multiply, two, make a great life for each other, right? But it takes what? It takes a godly man and a godly woman. What takes those godly things away is feminism. Thinking they're equal to us. You're not. We're just two different people, made in two different ways. You're compassionate. Why? To raise children. We're out there, like, I'm going to take it way back. We're out there in the field, or we're out there trying to hunt, and you guys are at home with the kids, and you guys are, nurturing the kids. That's why more women are teachers, nurses, and HR representatives, which I can't stand HR. But anyway, you got those three,
Well, I love mine. They help.
Yeah, well, that's different. Isn't that
No.
that's boopers, isn't it?
Yes.
Boopers, right? Yeah. That's the Navy's term for the HR people out there in the Navy. And they really do help you. Those guys are on your side, not on the other. But anyways.
And the union.
Yeah. HR, though, is just, HR in the corporate world sucks ass. I hate them. I remember when I was a manager, I hated them. You can't say that. What am I supposed to say? How am I supposed to do it? You're screwing up. You can't do that. And they're like, well, you got to, it's tone. You know what? Take your tone and shove it up. I don't care about tone.
I get a lot of that. My kids, matter of fact, not to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
We was at the table the other night, and I was saying something, and my daughter said, I receive it, but can you watch your tone? I was like,
that's the number one thing women talk about.
Well, but I get your point.
Just tone. Like, come on, man. And because I manage like 26 guys. We're all guys. So we have a way of talking. My GM would come into if I screwed up, come into my office, slam the door, cuss me out, and just go nuts, and then open the door real hard and run away, right? But I got the message. I wasn't going to complain to nobody. I mean, I knew I screwed up. All right. I'll take my whooping. No problem. And so what happened? I fixed it. He's no longer mad, and everybody's happy. But that's how men work with each other. But HR people don't understand that, or, women. And because women are, man, you guys can get in a fight. Next thing you know, 5 minutes later, you guys are friends again because we took care of our business.
Ready to go to the golf course and hit a couple balls.
Right. Just be friends again. But when it comes to women and they get in a fight, years go by. They don't want to talk to each other.
That's true. That's true.
Years go by. They hold grudges like I've never seen before.
That's true. That's true.
And I know that we can too, especially when they cross a line with us. When people cross a line, then yeah, we got something to say, or we don't, or we just kind of like exercise our way out. It's like, she's not even worth
it. It's called boundaries.
Right. But if the guy comes to me and goes, dude, I'm sorry. All right. It's like it's gone. And that's why we have those father qualities where our father, when we ask him for forgiveness through his son, it's gone. It's kind of like, okay,
I'll
that's
do
what
it
his
again.
son was for, is to, it all goes back again to unifying the family, bringing the family together. Because women, you guys want us to be like you. You don't want us to be like you. You don't. Because women in the hen house just,
One of my friends told me when me and my wife was going through something. He said, Don't take on her emotions." And I was like, What are you talking about?" He's like, "Don't take on her emotions. But if you take on her emotion, you gonna become emotional. Well, you're gonna have emotions, and then you're not gonna be able to think straight. You're not gonna be able to provide the way you want to provide. Not gonna be able to do the things that you want to do to make sure that your family is succeeding the way you want them to succeed." And I commend him for saying that, because I was finding myself, like I said, I was in a dark place. I didn't know which way to go. So yeah, I have to agree with you.
it's just all about, if it's kind of like, if we, letting women be women, uh, you know, understanding the hell they go through. That's what that's what Jesse Peterson calls it. How do you quench her hell, right? And it's like, with, I know you're not children, all right, but I mean, I don't know what other thing to say is, with children, well, we're not gonna slap you, but sometimes we gotta either punish our kids, or we just gotta let them talk until they're done talking, and then we can talk. And that's usually how I deal with women who are upset with me. Just let them talk, say what you gotta say, do it, and then I'm gonna come in, but I'm gonna remove the emotional parts. Because if I engage in those emotional parts, then we're just gonna talk about emotion. See, we're not gonna talk about solving anything. Because I've seen debates with women where, well, that's a harsh thing to say, and well, how we're gonna be? No, it's not harsh. It's just the reality. The truth is blunt.
Yes.
So you gotta live with it. Just like, people want to live with their own truths, but there is just one truth. Like we discussed the other day about, why black people vote Democrat. Tell them the truth, they get angry. And it has to do with cognitive dissonance. That means that when you're presented the truth and you feel that you're stupid because you fell for it, so you're just going to go right back to believing the same thing over, because you don't want to believe that you were stupid enough to believe that. It's part of human nature, but wisdom comes with learning the truth, and changing it. And making those changes.
You got to get rid of your old ways.
And believe me, when when I started seeing truths happen, really knowing what Hollywood was all about, how satanic they were, the things they did, and seeing the proof of it, it was a really big wake up call for me. Like, wow, there is real true evil out here. And then how the elite work, and it's disgusting.
But you want to be here, so you need to do what I tell you to do.
Yeah.
No,
But
I don't.
now that a lot more people are awake, a lot more people are understanding all that stuff, Hollywood's dying.
Oh yeah.
I have not been to a theater since maybe 2018. I haven't seen a movie.
That long.
Yeah. One, because I can see everything on my computer anyway. I'm stupid like that. But two, there isn't a movie other than the one I liked before, which was Avatar.
Yes,
But
that was a good one.
when I saw Avatar 2, it was the same damn movie. It was, I'm like, come on, man. You got to change it up somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make it different. I was expecting to see, okay, now that he's with them, now how is that life going? But nope, it's just the same storyline over and over again, and it just got boring. I didn't even I haven't even seen the third one yet. I don't think I even want to. And also, I found out some stuff about I don't know if I should say it, but there was a time there was a guy
Speak your truth.
there was a guy, and I can't remember, and I remember I saw the picture once, and I could never find it again. And this is when I was finding out about all that Hollywood stuff. Um, that there was this Satanist, right? And he goes, "I just want to know what you look like," talking to Satan. So he turned off all the lights in his room, and he was an artist, so he just started sketching the sketch on this thing, and then he brought it up, and it looked like the people from Avatar, the blue people,
Mm-hmm.
and that just was like, whoa, the subtle things that Satan will do to reveal himself. Because one thing about them, they have to tell you what they're going to do before they do it, no matter how evil or crazy or twisted it is. They have to tell you somehow. And so usually they use movies, TV shows, stuff like that. So when you start looking back and you start seeing the old movies and the old TV shows, you're going to start seeing things that, like, so they told us about that, like the pandemic,
Yes.
uh, about even Trump, uh, and what they wanted and what the Democrats wanted to do to us, the way they wanted us to live our lifestyles. It was bad because the World Health Association and the WEO, the World Economic
Form?
Forum, yeah, the WEF, yeah, WEF. Thank you.
No problem.
They wanted us to eat insects and be happy with what they gave us.
Say that again.
They wanted us to eat insects and be happy with it. He says it. That German evil movie guy. That guy, he says it like, and happy to say it. We're gonna live the way we live. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna have our fancy stuff and all our caviar and all this other stuff. But you guys will be all right eating insects and just living, and just we'll take care of you. Don't worry about it.
I believe that they're trying to create another world on top of the world. I don't know why. I'll be watching these movies where you have the what is it called? Zootopia, matter of fact, I think that's the name of the movie. Where you got a world on top of a world, where you got the people at the bottom scraping to survive, where you got the people on the top that's thriving.
Well, you're not too far from the truth.
And the people from the bottom is climbing up to the top, trying to get up there. I want a piece of the pie. I think that's where we are right now. I'm serious. I really,
Well, you're saying you're actually talking a physical thing,
yeah. Okay.
but metaphorically, it's there.
Okay.
Meaning, just there's going to be always the worker bees. Then you're going to have the haves up on top.
Mm-hmm. The have and the have not.
But it's more of a. I think what you're saying is more sinister than it is just reality. Like they're manipulating the way things are in the economy to make it so that we are always going to be the worker bees.
Okay.
Right?
Yes. 100%. That's where I'm at. And I believe that that's when the equalness come into play. We all are equal. Now, it's going to be people that's stronger than me, smarter than me, but doesn't make me better than me.
But that's up to you, I think.
Yes.
What I
I
mean,
agree
the
with
word
that.
better is it's just subjective. It's just like, how do you feel about yourself? It all comes down to you, because if you let other people tell you how to feel or what you think you are, yeah, you're ready to check out. You'll be
Now you
ready to
just
check out
became
like in a couple
manipulated.
weeks, you know.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
that's the problem, is that you let too many people,
In your
like,
ear.
going back to the first topic, don't let other people tell you who you are. You tell other people who you are, and let
Mm-hmm.
your actions tell other people who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's true.
when people talk to me, I try to keep it light. I don't try to go deep unless they go deep. That's one
That
thing, is that I try to just stay humble, whatever. Hey, what's going on? Yeah. And then they say, well, what do you think about this? I'm going to tell them.
now that right there. Ooh, I just picked that up because I used to be a person that just offer my thoughts and offer my opinion all the time, and I used to find myself in heavy, heavy debates to the point where I'm drained,
Mhm.
and I say, you know what? But here on out, if you don't ask me, I'm not gonna tell you. But if you ask me,
Prepare
if you
yourself.
ask me, I just figured that out. Go ahead.
Well, that makes it so that, you don't seem like the asshole.
Mm.
And like I used to
But
look, because remember, look, y'all, I believe in the flat earth, okay? But
believe
I
in
have my
who?
scientific reasons and I have my biblical reasons, and I'm going to go into it in depth one of these days. But I used to go out there and be like, no, the earth is flat, telling everybody, so look at what, just read the Bible. The first chapter, it tells you everything. But now I understand that, sometimes you can't just force somebody to think it or force somebody to do
That's true.
something. You know,
My
I
pops
went
told me
back to
that.
that Bible verse that Christ always goes to. I knock at the door. It's up to you to open it.
That's true.
So I'm
My
going to
pops
come
told
and
me
just,
that.
have a good time with you, enjoy your life. Hey, how's things going? Great, great. But if they come to me and I'll go, okay, explain this to me. Because I have a cousin, his name's Gus. He,
Shout out to Gus.
yeah, Gus, yeah. I have 5 cousins, and I grew up with them. They're my brothers, and man, I'll tell you, the greatest guys in the world. Every last one of them an engineer.
Mm. Need to get them on the team.
Yeah, I've always tried to, I'd always tell them, hey, let's do an engineering group, right? And I'll be the computer guy.
Mm-hmm.
But but every last one of them, engineer, great people, just wonderful with their families, beautiful families. It's funny, a lot of us only, all of us pretty much have 2 kids. That's it.
What a
But it was really
coincidence.
cool though. I mean, we just have a great time. But me and Gus would go at it. But Gus would come to me. Well, what about these what are they? Plane routes, right? Airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at the route, it's a straight line. Anyway, but we would get into it and talk about it, and then we'd be done with it, be cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
And but he would come to me, and that made me also understand. Hey, that's the best way to do it. Is to
Mm-hmm.
when you talk to people, when you uh, when you're in a group, let somebody go, hey, what do you think about? And if you really have a taste for it, ask it that way too. What do
Yeah.
you think about?
Just like I asked you the other day about my house, because you're the computer guy, you know about stuff. I was like, I was truly thinking about moving my internet service from one part of the room to the other part of the room. Because I was sitting here thinking, like, and I asked you, and then you said, well, you got to do this and you need to do this. Take it over here, move it over here, and do all that, do all this. And I was just like, I appreciate that. You got to meet people where they are.
Yeah.
You do.
But in this whole exercise, you got to start thinking outside, because our rights can be taken by everybody. If the coalition of a community get together and say, we're going to enslave all women, and if it's all men, it's going to happen. That means their rights get taken away. But right now, the way
But do we truly want everybody's rights to be taken? The women's rights to be taken?
No, I'm just saying we have to understand and really understand that possibility is there. So we have to. That's what makes a good voter. All right, because if you start voting your rights away, who are you going to blame? You're not going to, yourself.
You have to blame yourself,
because you got to really look at it. Democrats want to live. They want to dictate how you live your life. Republicans want to allow you to make those choices for yourself. You let the chips land where they may. But Democrats want you to live a certain particular way of life, and you don't have any choices. And I don't think that's something that's the American way. The American way is we find our way. We may fall, we may fail, but I'm telling you, failure is a good thing.
If I want to smoke a cigar, I got the right to smoke a cigar.
That's right. I'm going to go smoke my Black and Mild right after this.
I'm on camera.
Yeah.
Maybe when we get the studio, we can spark one up together.
Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
100%.
But just when you realize some truths, just like the force doctrine, like, if women start understanding their position as far as our position, because women that's why, if women stayed home and allowed us, and we were able to work, believe it or not, it would happen, because women wouldn't be so much into the workforce to take jobs away from men. It's the reality. Why are we kicking out the illegals? Same reason. They're taking jobs away from us.
And
same reason.
About it.
All right. So,
about it.
But if we are able to have one income home with just the father going out to work and the mother staying home with the kids, and we have that dynamic, man, it would be a great country to live in. Not to say we don't already have it, but that would make people accountable to one another all the time. All the time. The father would be, the mother would be accountable to the father, kids to the mother, father to the mother, also the father to to Christ, to God, and it would just bring everything and make this life in this country even further. But, not everybody thinks that way.
Of course not. Somebody told me something. They say the man is the head and the woman is the neck. I forgot who told me that. But if we really think about it, the head is what makes things happen, but the neck is what moves it. I'm moving you into the right direction. Now I need you to think about what you're going out here doing. And we have some women out here doing that. I know for certain I got a wife that does that. You say, you sure that's what you want to do? Because if that's what you want to do, then I'm with you. But if it's not, then it's not. So,
well, that's why women can do this.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, but that is
because I told you last week.
Yep.
No, stop.
They've been moving that back like no
really
other.
though, if you really think about it, you know what I'm saying? in in the way you presenting this, the woman is the neck, right?
Yeah.
And
Well,
without the neck, the head can't move. That's how
that's
I
the way
look at
God
it.
is. Father, son, husband, wife, kids. And, and if we just would adhere to that, things would be a whole lot better. Because we are, I don't care what you seculars think, we are a Christian nation.
Yeah.
Like it or not, we are a
I
Christian
forgot what
nation.
book I was reading. I was reading a book. Uh, I put it in the comments, the book I was reading, but it was a very, very good book. And it was talking about how we started as the Christian nation to now be moving into more of a, I think they say progressive nation or something like that.
Secular.
Okay.
Secular is
So,
without God.
so yeah, I was reading that, and it was a pretty good book. I'll put it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Recommendation of what y'all should read.
Without the values of Christ, it's very difficult for a community to live together.
So your foundation should be the Lord.
Right. And that's why, that's why
once you start putting crack in the foundation,
that's why we succeeded so quickly. Because we always had the Lord in mind. The Lord was leading us. And that's why now we are the number one country in the world. Because we had all the blessings. Look, we have all the resources we ever wanted. We have the land, we have the people, we have we have our sins, but it's just like the Bible. We prayed about it. We asked God to forgive us. He has. We moved on, right? Some people just have a hard time moving on from it, but one of these days you'll come along. But we have that. We have those Christian values that we were always able to go back to. That's real.
Yes.
Because what values do seculars have? They don't have values. Do as thou wilt, and that is a prescription to fail. It always has.
No matter what you do, put the Lord in front of it.
Mm-hmm. Because socialism does not allow for Christ. Socialism doesn't, democratic socialism doesn't allow for Christ. Doesn't allow for God. It doesn't allow for any of those things. That's why the Democrat Party took out God from its party. You're out. Bye. Then they also took out from schools.
Yeah.
The Bible was taught in school all the way up to the 1960s and 70s.
I'm telling you, when I find that book, I'm going to put it in the comment. Oh, it was, well, I was just like, what? Really? It's a pretty good book, man.
But it's when we fell away from God. Now we're having all these crazy ass problems. We got 0.01% of the population trying to move education to where it's okay to show kids how to give blowjobs to each other. Crazy.
And that should not be a subject, a topic, a discussion, a language.
I don't care what you do after you're 18, do it. But leave the kids out. Leave the kids away from all that nasty bullshit. They don't need to know that. All they got to know is how to add, how to write, and how does this world work in science, right? Mm-hmm. And then they get to know each other. They hang out with each other. That's school. But to do all that,
now you got babies having babies.
Yeah.
Babies
babies wanting to chop their shit off.
I got a cousin. I was what? 16 at the time, and she was 13. About to have a baby. 8 months in. Wait, what? And then you got kids walking around school, want to be fur baby. What are we doing? What are we teaching?
It's horrible, especially here in California too, man. Ugh, California schools.
They literally have what's them litter boxes in corners of schools. Come on, man.
Oh, for the furries?
Yes.
God.
What are we doing?
This is demented behavior. It's outside the norm. Way outside the norm.
I don't understand it.
Because that where does that lead to? It leads to bestiality. When is it when your furry partner and your furry partner aren't enough? You're going to go to an actual animal. Anyway, this world has lost its damn mind. And I'm just happy.
That's why I try to worry about these four walls. I try to teach my kids.
Yeah, but
know.
We're putting our ideas out there in the world and hoping that maybe we can bring back some people that are like on that precipice.
It's not cool.
Come back to the world, man. Come back to Christ. Come back to understanding that that's the only way to be happy. You just start letting everything in and doing whatever you want. That does not lead to happiness. You have to have guide rails.
But they say perception is reality.
Right.
And my perception is not my reality. Well, at times.
Well, there's a thing called paradigm, and a paradigm is how one sees the world.
Yes.
And you can live in that false paradigm and think it's real. All right, but I just feel sorry for people like that.
They made a movie like that.
Yep.
They made a movie like that.
It was that wrestler, right?
Movie.
Where he had to put on sunglasses, he saw the reality.
No, they was actually going to sleep.
Oh.
And they was living in reality of they sleep of what they thought they think the world should be. And it eventually crumbled because the people were trying to bring the person from sleep.
Oh, that was
I forgot the name of that movie.
That was Leo DiCaprio. Yeah, he was.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Had the little token that was. Bzz.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can't think of the name.
It's a good movie too.
It is, but long, but it's a good movie though. It is. Yeah. But anyway, all right. So we're at the end of this.
You are already?
Yeah.
It's just getting good. I like it though. I like it. So
it's another one in the tank, in the can. So what you got for us today, brother?
Speak positive, man. Speak positive.
No, Bible
life. I know.
You get to it.
Yeah, I'm coming to you. All right, so we got Jeremiah 29 and 13. And ye shall seek me and find me when ye shall search for me with all your heart. So seek the Lord in everything and give him your heart. And I promise you he'll give it back. Jeremiah 29 and 13.
It was also stated in there, in Jeremiah, he knew you before you were in the womb. So he's known you a long time before that. And it'll come. I'll explain that. Because remember, there's a third of the angels that fell down from heaven with Lucifer. So, who were the other angels? The questions, right?
There to get the mind of thinking.
Yeah. So, anyways,
find foundation. Find foundation, people. And the foundation is the Lord. And within the Lord is within you. He lives inside you. But go seek him. He's already there.
It's the way to go.
Sir.
All right, guys, on that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. God bless you. And we will see you on the next one, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. I love you guys.